This is Sister Chatter. I am Julia.
I am Gianni.
I'm Maria.
And this is our podcast.
Welcome.
Welcome. Happy New Year. It is January.
Yeah, that's right.
Woo! It's January 2025. Happy New Year.
New Year, new me.
New Year, new me. I hope everybody was safe. I hope everybody didn't do things that they shouldn't do.
Like what?
You never know. I hope everybody was safe.
Use your
activity they did.
I hope everybody got their birthday presents.
Christmas presents.
Their Christmas presents.
And I
Got
hope
what they wanted.
Got what they wanted. And
Yeah,
they were
I got
happy.
my coach back.
Yeah, Yanni, el director escuchó.
She should have brought it today, but it's fine.
La tiene bajo llave en su casa.
It's so precious to her that she can't bring it out.
I'll bring it next episode.
Next
okay?
episode.
Can't.
I will bring it next episode. Best believe
So
it.
since this is our first episode of the new year, second episode of our podcast.
Yep.
I guess we'll be talking about New Year's resolutions, just the new year, and then doing a little recap of 2024, the good and the bad and the evil.
The good and bad.
The good, the bad, and the evil.
Okay.
And I guess we can start off with what was everyone's favorite thing that happened in 2024, or top three if you can't pick one.
Wow. Honestly, for me, it was celebrating my birthday at Disney.
I know, va a llorar. Va a llorar.
No, I actually got to do
She
something. Yeah, I was fake crying, guys.
If you didn't notice.
If you didn't notice. Yeah, no, but seriously, I feel like one of my momentos favoritos del 2024 was actually, like celebrating my birthday at Disneyland.
It was very nice.
It was
we
really
all
nice.
went.
We all went.
By the way.
Yes. And I
You
guess
can see the picture here.
my second one was, I don't know, like, you guys don't know that. I mean, you guys might, who knows? I don't know. Pero, I have a high schooler, so yeah, it's exciting to know that this year he will be a senior. And I'm not ready for that either.
8 months until he's a senior officially.
I was like, what is she doing?
Yes. I
Technically,
cannot
it would
believe
be right after the school year ended that he's counted as a senior, but I'm counting on his first day of school.
Yeah.
Agosto.
Yeah, I mean, this year he's going to be a
Yeah,
senior.
this year he's gonna be a senior.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not ready for that either.
I will say something that I don't think I told you.
I mean?
No, yeah, me. I don't think I told her. We were talking the other day. and I
She's
was-
like, excuse me?
No, we were talking at an event the other day, and we mentioned about him going to college, and I started crying.
Oh.
Really?
Like straight up crying. Like she literally was like, "Oh, don't cry," and then I just started crying. I think I have a video of me crying
Why?
because I started thinking about him leaving, going to
Yeah.
So we
college.
were going to an event, right? Estábamos cerca, and I don't know qué estaba yo diciéndole o hablando o contándole, right? And then I was like, oh, ¿te imaginas cuando Matthew se vaya a ir a college? Like, conversaciones y out of the, like, nowhere, Y ella estaba ahí sentada, and she was like, pues, stop. And I was like, what? I mean, literal ya va a ser en un año y son meses, le digo yo, porque pues si se va a ir al college después que se gradúe, imagínate, like 2026, ya para literal mitad de 2026 se va a estar yendo a la universidad, tampoco te pongas a llorar.
No voy a llorar.
Y
Oh, she's like,
dude, y yo estaba ahí manejando ya para voltear a donde el evento iba a ser, ya ni literal, eso estaba like, Pule, que no, Pule, y yo, Julia.
I wasn't crying that hard. But,
No, pero es que sí estabas llorando.
No, but I
fuerte,
was
Julia,
crying. But it
fue-
wasn't like
fue como que yo no, ya ni, like, de verdad como que
But
le,
it wasn't
le dieron
like
en
a-
el corazón or something. She's like,
And
"She's
it wasn't
my
like
best friend."
it wasn't like a, oh my god, like I'm not ready. Like I know, like
She
it was
wasn't
gonna
ready
hit.
at that moment. She
At that
wasn't
moment, I
ready.
think it hit me for real, like that it was like he's gonna leave,
Yeah.
And like it's different from not seeing him. Like a little side note, me and her and like my brother, we live like less than a block away from each other.
Too close.
Too close.
But I don't really see them as often.
We really don't.
Because we all have our own lives. We all have our own jobs. Like I see my younger nephew a lot more than maybe, than maybe like my sister does or my grandparents because I work at his school. But my older nephew I don't see because he has a busy life in high school. He's a junior, so I don't see him. Yanni's working. She works all the time. Exactly. He's an athlete. So, but that's all of that is different from knowing that I can't just be like, hey, on the weekend, be like, hey, do you want to go to Target with me? Or what am I supposed to do? Hey, do you want to go to Target and have to drive 3 hours to go see him and pick him up?
You're gonna have Mason now.
Well, that's true. He's gonna get older, but not by the time he's not gonna be Matthew's age by the time Matthew goes.
Like, Yanni, can Mason go with me? And
No, because then at that age he's gonna want everything.
And that's what you. Honestly, honestamente, Matthew, si por la edad todo hubiera estado como que bien, Matthew se hubiera graduado este año. Matthew se hubiera graduado este año, literal.
Because your niece is graduating.
Yeah, my niece is graduating, sí. O sea, si Matthew hubiera nacido en fines de agosto, Matthew se estuviera graduando.
Exactly.
Se estuviera graduando este año. So, like technically.
But that's that dumb little rule, that law.
Exactly.
He missed it by literally like 8 days, right?
9 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 days.
9 days.
8,
9.
8, 9.
8, 9. Para los que no saben, las personas que nos vayan a ver fuera de Maryland, no sé.
Fuera de Estados Unidos.
Fuera de Estados Unidos también.
It's a US thing.
Pero yo no sé si sean todos los estados, honestamente.
Is it a Maryland thing? Okay, so
yo no sé si sean Maryland, sean todos los estados, no sé. Pero los niños aquí tienen que tener 4 años cumplidos antes del 1 de septiembre para poder entrar a la escuela.
5.
No, 4.
Depending on what grade, because you have to be 5 to go to kinder.
No, pero tú sabes que para mi pre-K no es mandatorio, pero
por eso, pero mandatory school, para entrar a kinder you have to be 5.
Yeah.
So tienes que tener 5 by September 1st.
Yeah. Bueno, y muchos niños empiezan desde pre-kinder. No.
Yeah. So por eso digo, required school grades start from kinder hasta, 12th. Pre-K is not necessary. Como dice Yanni, like you have to have a certain age, but the deadline for whatever age is September 1st. So in this case, Matthew, he turned, let's just say, like, I don't know exactly, because he started in kinder, right?
No, he started in pre-K.
Pre-K? So for if he had started in kinder, like if he was, so he's missing a year basically, like he's the same age as his cousin. They're literally a couple months apart, but her birthday is earlier in the year. And so she's in like the quote unquote correct grade, and he's a year behind because he missed it by 9 days.
Yeah.
And that pushes you back completely because now he is the oldest junior, most likely in his grade, because he's literally a year older than most of them. Which I honestly don't think I think it's a really dumb rule, especially if it's like less than a month. I know some schools are way more lenient about it, like they don't, as long as you're like within the month.
Supuestamente les hacen un examen y eso, pero honestamente yo en aquel entonces pues no sabía, which he
could have tested.
Yeah, I could have tested. Yeah, o sea, como que I kind of like regret it now. Porque pues ya se hubiera graduado, pero pues I guess things happen for a reason, so ahora ya pues le queda un año, pero pues técnicamente este año empieza su senior year and it's exciting. Es una de las cosas que like I'm really looking forward this year, de que ya se va a graduar, ya
there's gonna be lots of activities.
Yes.
Lots of things to do.
So tenemos que tener la agenda abierta.
Yes, we have to be open to going to things, or just in general, like just for him, there's gonna be like senior events, senior activities, like obviously it's the first time mentioning it, but like he goes to a private school, so certain private schools have traditions that they do for their seniors.
Yeah, esa es una de las retreats,
their seniors.
I'm glad you brought it up, porque también esa fue una de las cosas que like me gustó del 2024 también. En la escuela tuvieron una ceremonia de donde uno le compra un anillo y tienen una misa, so I really like that too. Eso fue una de mis cosas favoritas.
I actually like that topic. We can hit it later about like school-wise, since we're starting a new school year for parents who are starting up their kids in school. I guess we can maybe talk about like private and public.
Yes.
But anyways, going back to favorite things about school. Favorite things about the year.
That's cool.
Were you still going?
No,
said a
yo
couple
creo que
things.
esas dos cosas fueron mis favoritas. I mean, yo creo que yo soy un tipo de persona que I really get excited about celebrating my birthday. So, you know, like I say, you know, haber celebrado mi cumpleaños en Disneyland, it was like really like the highlight of my year.
A mí también me llevaron a Disneyland para mi cumple. No, mentira.
No me.
Ay, no, pero si a mí me preguntan o yo contesto esa pregunta de qué fue algo favorito like, que me gustó del año pasado, no creo que tengo, like, I don't wanna, like, que suene rude o suene como que nada, ¿no? Pero
I mean, I guess, is it like a general thing, like, oh, I'm happy, like, puede ser que, like, algo se quedó, like, se mantuvo, there you go, I could not think of the word, I'm sorry, mantuvo igual que 2023 and you were happy that it stayed the same.
O sea, sí se sintió, ahí es diferente que un año anterior, ¿verdad? Pero quizás lo que puedo decir o mencionar, pues es que en el año pasado, el año que pasó, vinieron mis abuelos y los vimos después de 7 años. Aunque sí fue una experiencia diferente que las veces anteriores, porque se quedaron en mi casa. Entonces fue una experiencia diferente, totalmente diferente, ¿verdad? Y pues yo creo que quizás eso puede ser algo que pues fue diferente y me gustó del año pasado. Y pues aparte de eso, pues de que gracias a Dios todos estamos bien, ¿verdad? Nadie, o sea, de lo que somos nosotros cercanos, ¿no? Mis papás, nosotros, nuestros sobrinos, nuestras parejas y familia de las parejas, pues estamos bien, gracias a Dios. Todos con salud, con trabajo, que es lo más importante, aunque las cosas están subiendo, pero bueno. Pero creo que eso, ajá, no nada en específico, pero... ¿Y tú? Porque tú no has dicho nada. Empezó ya, ni empecé yo.
No, I guess I would say, like, in general, I think compared to last year, este año ha sido, like, 10 times mejor for me, despite me struggling with certain, like, education-wise and, like, mental health-wise. I think friendship and, like, family-wise, I think things have been going a lot better for me. I've grown closer to friends that I thought I wasn't going to be as close to. I've taken a couple trips with them. I guess one highlight of my year was taking my New York trips with them as well. Those were very fun. DC trips with them.
No con nosotros.
I did go to California with them though, so we did that. But I think in general, I just feel really blessed that all of my relationships with my family and friends have grown a lot closer and a lot better. And despite me still doing, you know, my best to mejorar my own mental health, I think I've matured in certain aspects of it. And I think in general, 2024 was a lot better than 2023. At this point last year, I wasn't feeling as good as I am now. And I think I'm in a really good position with my job, with my friendships, with my families. And I think that has a lot to do with how my mental health can uplift itself as well. So I think those are very good things that happened in 2024. No, I mean, shortening it. In 24. I normally never really, like we mentioned earlier, I'm not really one to enjoy my birthday, but I think this year my birthday was really nice. I spent it with my family. I spent the night before. Yes, you're right. My bad. Last year.
She said this year. Todavía no es su cumpleaños.
No, not yet. No, last year my birthday was actually very nice. I spent it with my friends. I was able to spend it with my friends.
Oh, I remember.
¿Qué hicimos por tu cumpleaños?
We went to New Jersey. Remember, we went to spent it at.
Yes, I do remember.
Que regresó a la vida like around 5 or 6 p.m.
It was not. It was like 12.
No.
It was by the time we ate that I was feeling a little bit better.
1 or
exactly,
2?
1 or 2.
So 5.
No, but I think I was able to split my birthday. I was able to split my birthday really well between my friends and then my family, and then the next day. I spent it with my I spent the next day, the day after my birthday, with my parents so the day of my birthday we spent it in New Jersey because it was really rainy and I didn't want to have anyone have to walk in the rain because I personally do not like walking in the rain. That makes me, I feel icky. So we spent it at the mall, and then the day after I did go to New York with my parents, and that was nice. I ate at my favorite restaurant in New York, and overall I just felt really great on my birthday, which I normally never do. This is the first year I didn't cry on my birthday. So that's all saying a lot.
You didn't cry.
But out of happiness.
No.
Yes, it was.
No, you crying the car on the way there.
Did I?
You don't remember that?
No.
Oh my God.
I remember crying when my mom gave me my birthday gift.
Yeah, and then after that or before that, because if I can say it,
You can say it. I was
puedo
hungover.
vomitar.
I was hungover for those that are questioning. I was
Andaba
extremely
medio peda.
hungover the day of my birthday because I went out with my friends the night before.
So en el carro, mi hermana.
I had my vomit bag. I apologize for anybody who is who's very sensitive with vomit. I am also, so nobody gag, please, because I might actually stop. Stop.
Pero ya, para hacerla corta, en el camino a New Jersey, porque estábamos yendo a New Jersey, aquí mi hermana estaba toda. Y luego, ma, tengo que vomitar. Le dieron bolsa, vomitó. Y luego estaba, no, es que no sé qué, es que no sé cuánto. Empezó a llorar y a hacerla de emoción, que yo estaba así como que, ¿para qué vine? Me hubiese quedado en mi casa. Feliz cumpleaños, hermanita, de lejos. Porque, bueno, y luego, cuando mi mamá le dio su regalo, tuve un anillo, creo, ¿verdad? Mi mamá le regaló un anillo que había querido. Y, oye, ¿para qué le dio el regalo?
También
She
lloró.
started crying again. Y que mami, me lo regalaste. Y que mami, que no sé qué. Y yo, ok, yo sí, ¿qué tanto falta para llegar a donde vamos a ir? Pero bueno.
But overall, I think it was a nice experience. Definitely won't be doing. I learned from that, and I won't be going out the day before and then doing something the day of.
Eso, por favor.
I will not be doing that this
Por
year.
favor. Porque qué día cae tu cumpleaños.
It fell on a Saturday last year, so it's definitely on a Sunday. It's the day of the Lord, so I will not be drinking.
Not the day of the Lord. Oh my God.
Is it Sunday?
The day
Yeah,
of the Lord.
no, so we will not be going out. Although
Oh,
I could.
Y justo es daylight saving time.
Oh, hell.
Wow.
I could go out Friday to Saturday and then be hungover all Saturday and then celebrate on Sunday. But anyway, so the point is that I think my 2024 was really great. I am very appreciative and I feel very blessed on the things that happened in 2024. I think we can all say in general that we were very blessed to still have, you know, food, house, shelter, everything throughout the year. And that's something that I think I can speak for all of us to say that we are very grateful. And, you know, not everybody is blessed in that way to be able to have a loving family and shelter. So I think in general, 2024 wasn't too bad. On, you know, maybe November was not the best month for some of us. But the elections.
Oh,
No.
topic para otro día.
Topic for another time, or maybe just never.
Después que salga este episodio podemos hablar de eso.
In February, we can
No.
talk about that when everything happens. But for now, that's what we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I think 2024 was great. I think recap wise, you know, we went to California. That was a really nice trip. We went to Disney.
No fueron suficientes días.
It
La
really,
verdad, no.
felt like so short. Like I feel like
a
we,
weekend.
it felt like
And
we
it was
got
like,
there
5 days,
and then we
6 days?
left.
Uh-huh.
But it was nice. I loved visiting.
Es que there's so many things to do in California.
I know.
You need more time. Y luego el tráfico, honestly. Tráfico es otro
Yeah.
topic, dicen.
Otro topic, yes, because it really does. You'll be like half a mile away from somewhere, and it'll take you an hour to get there. It's crazy. But yeah, that was 2024. Manifesting a great 2025 for all of us. Great things are going to happen. Hopefully, it's just as fun as last year.
¿A dónde nos vamos a ir? Hay que empezar a planear un trip.
Hay que empezar a ver.
Hay que empezar a ahorrar.
Hay que empezar a ahorrar.
And we just hope that Southwest does not file for bankruptcy like Spirit. Next question. So, for all you Spirit people that fly Spirit, I apologize that your favorite airline decided to go bankrupt last year. But
They did? I don't know.
yeah, they filed for bankruptcy. But I think that was just their way of avoiding paying people off that they owed.
You think?
I think so. That's what bankruptcy means. Bankruptcy is a way for the person
Claro, no le
who
puedes
is in
pagar
debt
a nadie que debes.
to get rid of all of their debt and just be like, yeah, I filed for bankruptcy. I don't have any money. So sorry for you. And
I think I'm
going
gonna do that. Psych.
regular people, but like, regular, like, everyday people can file for
Está
bankruptcy too and not
Julio.
have to pay for anything.
Pero creo que tienes que deber cierta cantidad.
Yeah, it
De
has to be
verdad.
over a certain amount.
Oh, sí.
I think it's
No.
over 10K.
Creo.
Yeah.
Mi deuda es más.
Mi deuda es más,
You're like, I
Julia.
have $130,000.
Oh, no, absolutamente. Tampoco, no.
What the hell?
Mi deuda no llega ni a los $50,000.
49.
No, tampoco.
Honestamente
no. Yo no podría creer cómo hay gente que
that are that much in
like
debt.
50, like 50K ya es
even I feel like 10K is a lot, and
I mean
10K is like it's like I think
it's a lot. It's
a lot, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't believe you're 10K in debt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, you're 10K in debt.
Yes.
You can try and figure it out. But being like over, I think 50,000 is an insane amount.
It's crazy.
Yo ni soy en 40 yo.
No. ¿Te imaginas si estuviera yo en 40?
No estaría acá,
no estuviera aquí sentada, estuviera en un manicomio o algo.
Vende fotos de
That's
que
my
no
other
sé.
thing. How are people $50,000 in debt and like can live their life normally?
Pero yo pienso que ese tipo de gente, mainly, no voy a, ¿cómo se dice? No quiero
name
names,
Be
pero
specific.
like los estudiantes. Yo pienso que son los student loans.
If it's student loans, I feel like that puts you in a whole different category as just being $50,000 in debt because you've used so much like credit cards, you've borrowed so much money. Like that's different than doing it because you need your education.
Yeah.
You know, because I feel like it's not like, I'm not saying that people who owe their student loans are not panicking all the time, but I just think it doesn't make you like a overspender. It doesn't mean you like, oh my god, like I bought all of this for myself but I can't afford it.
Yeah.
It just means you tried to make a living to get the career you wanted to, but you unfortunately at the time, you know, education costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Colleges aren't cheap.
I know.
Bueno, debería de costar.
Let's
it
not
really
talk about
shouldn't.
that.
But it really shouldn't. Like that's a whole other conversation, but you know, it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate that colleges do, you know, cost so much money, but then they're like, the only way for you to be successful is to have a good career, and the only way for you to do it is to get a degree for $50,000. You pay $50,000 for 4 years, not even $50,000 a year to get a piece of paper.
Wow, that's crazy.
When you put it into that aspect, it's like you then really try to understand why people don't go to college.
Hay muchos influencers ahora también.
Which the influencers, that's a whole other topic. These influencers that are like, my life is so hard.
Be for real.
Be for real. There's nurses out there. There's doctors.
Yes.
Aquí nosotros tratando de ser influencers. ¿No?
Girl, shut up. We have our regular jobs too.
I mean, we do,
we're not over here just homeless and broke trying to make it big. We have
Listen, y aún así me vuelvo nos hagan unas influencers
I'm not leaving my
importantes.
job.
No voy a dejar mi trabajo.
Absolutely not. I think people who
la van a ir a buscar a su trabajo.
I think that's a really good topic to hit too. Influencers that make it big and then just drop their whole life.
That's
and
crazy.
Jobs. I'm like, influencers come and go. They come in style and come out of style. You could be really popular one day, or like for 3 years have a stable, you know, be financially stable. And then the year after, people just stop watching your videos. People stop liking your TikToks. And then you just lose all your money. And where'd your job go? You quit.
Yes.
So I think having an actual like stable job and still wanting to be some type of influencer or doing like these podcast things like this or doing videos, it's still good to keep your actual job, you know?
Sí.
Yeah, I agree.
Pero ese no era el topic.
Girls, stop.
Es que cuando empezamos dijiste que íbamos a hablar de no sé qué.
Yeah,
es que it's really, but you know what, it's really, it's really hard to
it's
stay
hard, yeah.
in el topic.
I mean, okay. So, going back to more like New Year's related stuff, do you guys think people genuinely stick to the New Year's resolution? Like, what do we think? Like, what's I think New Year's resolutions are ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Es un mito.
I think they're incredibly stupid because nobody actually sticks to it.
They don't.
Nobody ever sticks to it.
You know, one of my New Year's resolutions every year is, the main one is to save money and the second one is to lose weight.
Well, okay, that's I guess there's different categories of New Year resolutions too. There's ones that are like, you know, everyone's the most popular ones are saving money and losing weight. Everybody always tries to commit to that. It doesn't happen. But I think when it comes to New Year's resolutions of being like, I want to better myself as a human being or better my mentality, things like that, I think those can be done. And I think people stick to them mostly. But I think like superficial New Year's like quote unquote superficial New Year's resolutions, I don't think you need to make it a resolution to get it done, because you're gonna give up on it anyways. You know, like isn't like January 13th somebody? I saw somewhere that one day in January is like Quitter's Day because that day is usually when people quit their New Year's resolution.
Really?
I know. I think it's like January 13th or something. People,
wow.
it's like
not even 15 días dentro del año.
It's like
pues
Quitter's Day.
No dicen también pues de que para enero, o sea, ya para estas fechas, los gyms se llenan.
Yeah.
Siempre la gente
la primera semana.
Se están inscribiendo, están yendo al gimnasio y ¿para qué? Como dice ya, ¿no? El 13. Solamente 13 días les duró el sueño.
And then they just keep paying for it because people be scared to cancel their gym membership.
Dicen, no, pero te ofrecemos esto. No, quiero cancelar.
They're hella pushy at the gym. They're like, no, we're not going to let you cancel it until I give you this whole rant.
Honestly, yo sí quiero perder peso.
Pero tú has bajado bastante de peso. Why are you complaining, girl?
I wish.
I mean, I guess if Mr. Producer over here could pull up a picture of us from the beginning of 2024.
Oh my God.
No,
now.
don't do that. Don't do that.
No, pero honestamente, o sea, a veces una de las resoluciones, como dices, que son así más común es eso, tratar de ser. Y son esas dos y luego, como dice Julia, a veces resoluciones personales, el tratar de querer ser mejor persona y I don't know, just be good. I don't know.
Pedro, ¿se apagó?
Sí.
No, not the main one. It's the other one. Okay.
Pero
sorry.
No sé.
I mean, I think New Year's resolutions are good. I think a lot of people sometimes need motivation, and I think it helps when you have other people. I think, okay, here. I have this theory that if you do things with other people, you're more likely to actually get it done. So when it comes to losing weight, or like, you know, I have a couple of friends who are in like a running club and they're committed to doing it. Yes. Like they go running every single morning. Like it's like it's called if she watches this, hi Magali, but she's in like a Latino association run club, and I see it all the time on her Instagram, and I think it's amazing because it's like a group of like, you know, Hispanic kids who get together and do running events. Nice. They do marathons together, they train together, and I think that's absolutely amazing because, you know, they motivate each other. Yes. And sometimes you do need motivation to get things done. And you need other people around you that are committed to doing the same exact thing that you're trying to do. And if, you know, that person's like, hey, we're not eating this today, or hey, we're running this many miles today. Most people don't run by themselves because they're embarrassed or they, you know, feel like people are watching them. So if you do it in a group, it makes you feel better, and then you get into the routine until you feel comfortable doing it by yourself. And that's why I think, you know, if you have like, I don't know, like roommates or friends or things like that, if you guys have a similar resolution, you know, you're more likely to actually get it done. So I think that's great. Also, shout out Magali. I think your running club is amazing. I don't know if you host it, but I seen you and a couple other people I follow do it, and it's really nice. Magali's an EMT, by the way. Just mentioning it in case you ever call 911.
Dice, oh, yo escuché de ti.
Wow, qué nice. Maybe así deberíamos hacer uno nosotros también para ir al gym.
Right? We have a Latinas gym club.
La membresía no está
pues
incluida.
A veces
you have to have your own membership.
No, pero sí tienes mucha razón en lo que dices. A veces yo siento que las resoluciones fueran diferentes si lo haces con un grupo de personas, no solamente tú sola, porque pues sí te motivas. Si un día no tienes ganas y ya ahí estás tú, ahí estoy yo, vamos, pues ya te terminas motivando. Y pues sí, te ayuda. Ay, y yo estoy de acuerdo con esa idea, ¿eh? De que a veces sí
porque
necesitas.
si te despiertas un día y you're like, no quiero ir al gym, y la persona que iba a hacer el gym is like, no, we're going today, we can't leave our routine. So you're like, damn, okay, you know, like vamos, you know, then that way you don't miss it. And then once you're used to, especially for people who aren't used to going to the gym a lot, you know, it
honestamente
can be
yo
difficult.
soy esa persona que yo pienso que necesita like motivación.
I was actually, for a while, I didn't end up doing it because gyms are expensive. But I really want to get into Pilates. Like I was doing at-home Pilates for a really long time over the summer, and like at the beginning of like August, September, I stopped doing it just because I literally like don't have time anymore. But at-home Pilates is a really good exercise to do if you want to lose or just feel good about yourself. But I do want to take Pilates classes, but they're so expensive.
Really?
Like Pilates is so expensive, and I was trying to look for a gym membership that had like Pilates classes, but those gym memberships were also like $130 a month.
Oh.
And I'm just like,
¿No has buscado aquí cerca que creo que hay unas clases?
yeah, those are the ones Stephanie goes to, and they're expensive, and you get a fee every time you miss a class.
Whoa.
Which I think is really good motivation. First of all, I think that's really good, but not for broke people. But if you want some motivation to not miss your Pilates classes and be committed to going to it all the time, getting a like a basically like an absent fee is kind of smart. Like I think that's really smart.
It really is.
But I think Pilates is a really good chill, good exercise. It makes you more flexible. It makes you feel good about yourself. And like I said, at home Pilates is a really good option if you don't have the money to pay for Pilates classes. There's so many YouTube channels that show Pilates classes. I've sent you my playlist.
Sí, pero no lo abrí.
I'll send you my playlist. But I think,
o deberíamos hacer eso para no aburrirnos, sino como para hacerlo, no en grupo. Y ya, si no saben, yo no vivo cerca de ellas. Diría a mi sobrino, vivo en otro estado. I don't, pero pues podríamos hacerlo, ¿no? Cada quien en su casa, we can FaceTime. Alguien pone el video, miramos el mismo video, and we can like
but
do
also
it,
we can just always set like a un día en la semana where you come and we can meet at somebody's house.
Pero es que aquí mi amiga luego sale tarde de trabajar.
She's like,
yo soy una workaholic. No soy workaholic, trabajo por necesidad.
para cumplir sus resoluciones de año nuevo.
Trabajo por necesidad, no porque no quiera.
No, pero sí podría ser. I mean, if we like, you know, like set up our minds en hacerlo, maybe we could do it. Lo podemos hacer porque
you guys can get. I have my yoga mat and I got my yoga mat from Five Below.
No,
so
yo no tengo.
Yo tengo que buscar.
Five Below sponsor me. I use all of your stuff.
Oh my god, I love Five Below.
No, I know. My yoga mat like is from Five Below and it's really nice. I like it. It has cute little designs on it and it's pink.
También yo hace unos meses atrás vi unos de Hello Kitty en TJ Maxx.
Really?
Oh my god, they were super cute. I was
ya
like,
ni lo va a ver y no lo va a querer.
No, yo lo vi y yo dije, oh my god, es una señal para que haga yoga, pero a mí no me gusta la yoga.
No le gusta la yoga, le gusta el yoga.
El yoga.
Yoga, I think is very similar to Pilates, but Pilates requires more strength.
Oh,
so
really?
Pilates actually makes you gain muscle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was like doing pretty good and losing a bit of weight, but I'm also a workaholic, so I'm working all the time and I get exhausted once I leave work and I just nap when I get home.
Llega ahí.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know. Like, I have so much respect for people who either go to the gym before work or right after work.
You know what? I was thinking about going to before.
But I think
before work, but I was like,
if I had a 9 to 5, I would do it because going into work at 9 is not that early. And you still have enough time to go to the gym. Like, if you wake up at 5 and go to the gym by 6, you're done. Leave by 7, shower, get ready. You're at work by 9. But I work at a job that requires me to be there at 7:30.
What are you trying to say? Que yo puedo ir allí?
No! No. But I'm just saying, like, I was contemplating it for a while. And, like, I thought it would be a good idea. But, like, if I already wake up at 5, what time am I supposed to go to the gym?
No, si
like,
tú sí no tienes tiempo.
Like,
be there by 3.
I think 9 to 5s are really good. And I think
6.
that's why it's hard because, like, I want to keep doing, you know, working out, doing Pilates because office jobs are really not the best. They're great jobs. I love my job, but you have to continuously have a good exercise routine to not have, what do they call it? They call it a little meme to add, but they call it like a office chair butt. Where if you're sitting down in your chair for too long, your butt starts forming like the chair and it starts getting flat.
Oh, really?
Because you're sitting down for too long. That's why
but our butts are not flat.
But it will start being flat if you don't get up from your chair.
Girl, yo trabajé en oficina
but
casi
that's
10 años.
Es un mito.
Es un mito porque
It's just
mine is not flat.
It's just a theory. It's just, I think, a way to scare people and have them, you know.
I guess it's mainly that. Están asustando a la gente.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. No sean malos.
So sorry. But anyways, I think on the topic of New Year's resolutions, I do want to pick up Pilates again and start doing it more. Because I did see, you know, some good results when I was doing it, and I want to try to get back to that. Although I will say my staff picture from my first year at the school I was working at versus this one is a lot better. Last year I don't know what I was thinking. But from this new school year, it's a lot better. Oh, I did send it to her.
Oh my god, I'm gonna see it.
It's so bad. Honestly, I didn't even like the one from last school year though. I just kind of like dealt with it, but the photographers this year were a lot better. Certainly this school year were better.
Échale la culpa al fotógrafo.
Did I send it to you?
Yeah, but I don't see it here.
Well, my picture's on the website, and I hate it. And I'm trying to have them send me the new digital one so I can post it on the website.
So no está la que te tomaron.
No, the new one, no. But the old one is on the website.
Tú me enseñaste la otra, pero solamente está
I thought
esta.
I did send you the...
Pero esa es la nueva.
Oh, wow.
Oh, see, this is the old one. Ahí está.
Oh, yeah. El glow up.
A ver.
Dijera Matthew, yeah, glow.
Yeah, glow.
¿Verdad? Es Julissa todo.
You know.
Así canta, así dice Matthew. Luego, yeah, glow.
Y mira este niñito.
Yeah, I saw that. Si le quieren regalar las fotos, ¿ah?
Like, no.
No. That Bugs Bunny meme. No. Okay. So I guess really still on the topic of New Year resolutions, but what do you think are some ways or things that people can like, I guess, try to make their year better if they didn't have a good year last year, or like mentally, physically? I mean, everyone's in different situations, different time in their lives as many people, you know. I mean, not to put ages out there, but right here on this table we have an age gap. So we're all in different eras in our lives, and there's nothing wrong with that, but obviously we're all in different eras of our life. But what would, you know, you guys be kind of a advice to people in your age range who may not be really happy with their lives, or feel like maybe they're still behind, or I don't know, not happy? Not to get serious, you know, not asking you guys if you're happy, but you know.
Yo sí estoy happy.
Yo también estoy happy.
Pero no, yo sí, quizás es no un tema like touchy, ¿verdad? Pero sí he visto luego en TikTok que salen videos así, ¿no? De que a veces dicen, oh, que porque soy la hermana mayor, me tocó cuidar a mis hermanos y preocuparme por ellos, o diferentes cosas, ¿verdad? Como pues cada persona pues vive una vida diferente, obviamente. Pero yo pienso de que cada quien tiene como que su, ¿cómo se diría? Su momento, su hora, ¿no? En hacer las cosas. Mi consejo o recomendación sería, haz lo que tengas que hacer, pero por ti, no por nadie más. No por tratar de complacer a tus papás, porque creo que eso es un error enorme que uno como hijo puede hacer. Solamente hacerlo por complacer a tus papás, sea lo que sea. O complacer a tu pareja, o simplemente alguna amistad o algo que porque están ahí. Pues yo creo que eso es mi consejo, ¿no? De una mujer de ¿cuántos años tengo? ¿Cuántos años tenemos, Yanni?
As I said, we're not mentioning ages. You never ask a lady for the age. I just said we have an age
No,
gap.
yo dije tenemos porque tenemos la misma edad con Yanni, pero no de un poquito más de 30 para no mencionar el número exacto.
Early 30s, there's early, so okay. Early 20s.
Tenemos la misma edad ahorita.
Mid-30s.
Early 20s, mid-20s technically, because mid-20s is...
Ya va a cumplir.
So mid-20s, mid-30s.
Si lo pones así.
Wow.
Just so people know what, you know, age range we're all trying to give advice
saben
for.
cuántos años tenemos.
And if you know us, do not mention it in the bottom because I will find out where you
Vamos a
live.
poner ahí, Julia tiene, Yanni tiene. No, pero sí, yo creo que eso es algo, como que lo único que se me viene a la mente, ¿no? De decirlo. Y pues, simplemente tratar de ser feliz, ¿no? Haciendo lo que estés haciendo, lo que te guste hacer. Y creo yo que también a la edad que tenemos es encontrar o tener un trabajo el cual también te haga feliz. Porque a veces muchos, quizás a la edad de mi hermana, es simplemente agarrar el trabajo por pues hacer dinero, ¿verdad? Y pues a la larga a veces odias el trabajo, no estás contento, odias todo, pero estás ahí porque necesitas el dinero. odias el trabajo y no, mentira, estoy molestando. Pero sí, solamente eso, no sé qué consejo tendrá Yanni para la gente de nuestra edad. Ay, suena feo.
Para la gente de nuestra edad.
De nuestra edad.
Ay, pues no sé la verdad qué consejo dar. honestamente, I don't know. Solo vivan su vida día a día y que no les importe el que dirán.
No, eso también.
O sea, pues es que honestamente, es que no sé cómo decirlo.
¿O qué consejo te darías tú misma cuando estabas más chica, pues?
Bueno, el único consejo que, o sea, que es que esto es algo que, ¿cómo les digo? ¿Cómo les explico? Yo siento que yo, hablando del trabajo y todo eso, yo por fin pues tengo un trabajo que me gusta, sobre todo estos 2 últimos años han sido un gran cambio para mí en mi trabajo porque pues entró una nueva jefa y pues la verdad todo ha sido bien bonito, bien nice, bien bonito. No me puedo quejar, me siento bien en mi trabajo. Ya personalmente, pues, ¿qué le hubiera dicho yo a mi yo de hace tantos años? Es que hay tantas cosas, por ejemplo, una de las cosas de que yo, por ejemplo, me hubiera a mí gustado hacer es o sea, haber seguido estudiando, haber seguido preparándome, pero pues desafortunadamente en aquel entonces pues hubo pues
No
hubo
sé.
cosas que no se pueden, que no me gustaría mencionarlas aquí porque son personales, pero hubo cosas que pues no permitieron que yo hubiera continuado mi carrera profesionalmente. Y no fueron mis hijos, by the way, porque no fueron ellos, sino fueron otras cosas. Y pues,
¿Qué fue?
no, pues, tú sabes las oportunidades que a veces uno no tiene
Bueno,
cuando
sí.
no tienes, no eres,
Sí.
Ya te entendí.
ya entendieron.
We understand.
Y entonces, pues a veces desafortunadamente, o sea, como hablábamos, no sé si fue en este episodio o sí fue en este episodio creo, de que hablábamos de que cómo pues, o sea, uno se tiene que preparar con la educación y todo eso, de que a veces uno piensa que pues es un papel nada más, pero pues en realidad pues no es un papel nada más, o sea, es bueno que te prepares profesionalmente porque pues el ser influencer, el ser famoso no te va a durar toda la vida, honestamente, y pues es algo que ahora entiendo como mamá, porque pues yo soy la única que soy mamá aquí en la mesa, pero ahora entiendo como mamá cuando te dicen que pues la educación es bien importante. La educación es bien importante y eso es algo que quizá a mí en lo personalmente me hubiera gustado haber realizado, haber crecido más profesionalmente. Siento que quizá mi vida fuera diferente en el aspecto de que quizá tuviera más oportunidades, qué sé yo. Sobre todo ahorita que pues mis hijos están creciendo, que Matthew ya se va a ir a la high school y al college, al college, ya está en high school, ya al college y pues qué más, o sea, qué más quiero. Eso es algo que siempre se lo digo yo a él, que tiene que estudiar porque yo quiero lo mejor para él, quiero que él tenga las oportunidades que yo no tuve, porque pues, o sea, bien o mal, eso ayuda bastante y eso es lo único que quizá a mí me hubiera gustado haber hecho diferente conmigo, con mis propósitos, haberme preparado mejor profesionalmente y pues a veces por razones pues que no se X que no las quiero discutir aquí, pues no se pudo y yo sé que dicen que pues nunca es tarde para regresar a la escuela ni nada, pero pues honestamente ahorita mi prioridad para mí pues son mis hijos. Quizá en un futuro pueda regresar, quizá no, solo el tiempo lo dirá.
But I'm a strong believer that things happen for a reason. Always have and always will be. Todas las cosas que me pasan, yo creo que, there's a reason why they're happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we're all in the position that we're in right now because that's where God wants us to be. And I think, some things happen for a reason, and whether, you're in this position right now, but you can not really project, I don't think is a good word, but want better things for your kid. Which I think every parent, wants that for their kid. And not that you're not that you are going to or you want to live through Matthew, but you do want him to do what things that you probably couldn't do when you were his age. And I think that's the best thing that you can do to make up for that is provide that for him.
Yeah.
And let him have those opportunities to do the things that you couldn't do.
Especialmente cuando tiene la oportunidad y no dejarla pasar.
Exactly.
Porque eso es lo que quizás tanto Yanni como yo, quizás a nuestra edad o la edad que tiene Matthew, quizás no lo tuvimos, ¿no? O habían oportunidades, pero no era tan fácil
como es ahora
agarrarlo, por decirlo así.
In simpler terms, they were not for us.
Exactly. Eso más que nada no fueron para nosotros.
And it's hard to not feel bad about it or feel like, you compare yourself in a way.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I wish I had done that, but we have to unfortunately accept the fact que no era para nosotros y no en ese momento no lo podíamos hacer y de repente nunca lo vamos a poder hacer because of certain situations that are happening in the world. But we have to be able to make sure that we can provide that. You can provide that for your kids. We can provide it for our future kids, and we can let them have the career that maybe we can have a good career and without certain things that we weren't able to do, but let them be bigger and do better things than what we are doing currently.
Claro, que creo que eso es lo que todo papá quiere, ¿no?
And it's not shaming on, not saying that we're saying that, but in case anyone is thinking we're saying it that way. But there's nothing wrong with having a quote-unquote lower-end job. Like, everyone's job serves a purpose. Everyone does something in this world that serves a purpose. Everyone's doing something that benefits everybody else. But obviously, there's those careers that people see it as better. There's doctors, there's people who make a difference. But I think everyone has a purpose. But, yeah. I was just saying that so... Not that Yanni's saying that she feels bad about herself. I'm just putting it in a different perspective.
Yeah. And I'm glad you say that because, I don't regret anything. Like I say, it's just en ese momento, como dice Julia, no había... esas oportunidades, pues, sadly, no eran para mí. Entonces, eso es lo único que me arrepiento, me hubiera gustado. Así lo ponemos. Y pues a la nueva generación que nos escuchan, pues simplemente, make right choices.
The new generation, listen. Listen. Me and Yanni both work with the new generation of kids that are coming into this education. I think we both know what most kids are like now and how there's different categories of kids. But I feel like when they're at a certain age, they're not really understanding yet of the sacrifices that were done to have them have the things that they have now. And I think all kids grow up to understand. There's nothing wrong with not really fully understanding it when you're 11, 12, 13. But I think every, kid, mainly we're speaking as Hispanics, as Latinas, Hispanic kids should, begin to understand the sacrifices that their parents did for them and really take those opportunities. I know school is hard. I know it's hard to wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, go to school. It's stressful. You don't want to do it. You see other people already making money. But if you stay in school throughout high school, throughout college, you finish all these things, you have the ability to do good things if you stay in school.
Yes.
And I understand that many people get the mentality of, well, I just want to work. I just want to make money. You're going to stop making a certain salary if you stay in that one job. And you can't go up from there, And I know not many people want to keep going up. If they make enough money to be financially stable, then, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I still think, it's important for kids to know. And I think Matthew is a good example of a, Hispanic kid who truly understands the sacrifices that are done to help him do the things that he's doing, not every kid is blessed to go to a private school from elementary to high school, and that's a whole other topic of public to private school. It's a whole other topic. You can still be successful in the public school, don't get me wrong, But I think in public school, you do have to work, I think, a little bit harder because there's so many distractions. But it's a whole other topic. I won't get into it. Because I could rant forever about it, but I won't. As
Tema
somebody,
para otro episodio.
Yes. But I guess going back to the same topic of me trying to give advice for people around my age in my mid-20s when we're kind of in that, listen, I still don't know how to react when people tell me they're having kids. I'm like, should I be happy for you? Should I say sorry? Or people get married, I'm also like, is it forced? Like, are you okay? You know, it's like, I'm not sure where we are yet, you know? And it's hard, you know, because as somebody who's in, you know, my mid-20s, you have the people who are just not graduating, or you have people that are getting married, having kids, and you might feel like you're behind or you're going too fast, or you're like, oh my God, like all my friends have 2-3 kids already. What do I do? Should I have kids? Am I old now? Like, should I not? Like, should I be having kids already? And I promise I was and still am going through feeling like I'm behind on multiple different topics, not just having kids, by the way.
No, you're not.
But I'm just...
I'm sorry.
I'm talking to my mid-20s, okay?
No me calles tampoco.
I promise you, we are not behind. You are okay. If you're still in college and you're still having a career for yourself, you're fine. It's okay. Now, everybody moves at the same pace. If you're not going to have your career until you're 40, at least you have a career. And that's okay. Just because somebody has their full career by the time they're 24 doesn't mean that you can't reach it by the time you're 40. It's okay. That's why doctors don't have their full degree until they're like 30, because they have to go through ages and ages of freaking school. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss. If this is going on. Oh, is it? No? Okay, my bad. I said freak. But I think an advice, like true advice that I would give to my mid-20s, my mid-20 girlies and men out there is that it's okay to be at whatever pace that you're at. Move at the pace that you're comfortable with. Yes. If it's best to stop something for your mental health, please do it. Always prioritize yourself. Don't prioritize other people. It was really hard for me to do that at a certain time, but now, you know, really realizing that I need to prioritize myself and not make other people happy, or, you know, try to, you know, be at the level that they expect me to. It's like, it's not your fault that other people expect things from you. If you need to have your own expectations about yourself, not focus on the expectations that people put on you, because that's how they see you, and you shouldn't care about that. You should always just care about how you see yourself. Like Yanni said, don't care about what other people are saying about you or what they think about you. You need to be happy in yourself. So yeah, I'll stop talking.
Bravo.
So for everybody who's also just entering their mid-20s this year,
It's
so
okay.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, it's okay.
No, I mean, o sea, todo el mundo tiene que cumplir años todos los años, ¿verdad? Cumples un año más cada año. Entonces, hay algunas, creo yo, de que quizás como que el trauma, I guess, de hacerse vieja, también a veces viene un poco, pienso yo, de como que de tu propia familia, ¿no? De que, ya te estás haciendo un año más vieja. Si no, que tienes 20, ya vas a cumplir 25, que vas a cumplir 30 y que ya tienes mitad de siglo y que no sé
But also,
qué.
I feel like that's generational trauma, because they get it from their, like, for example, poniéndolo un ejemplo, I hope she doesn't watch this, but our mom is terrified of being old.
Is she really?
She talks about surgery all the time. She talks about wanting to get like her eye, like her wrinkles, everything removed. I know she's not like actually scared, but I think I've always had this argument with her that I don't think she needs plastic surgery. I don't think she needs to get rid of, like, I think growing old is not to be freaking like
It really is
dramatic or like so freaking like movie-esque, but I truly think growing old is beautiful. Like, you're showing all the things that you went through, and you know, our moms are beautiful, and I don't think they need to change anything about them just because they don't think they look the way they did when they were young. They've been through hell. They've had kids. They've had grandkids, you know, like, it happens. And I don't think there's anything wrong with, you know, being a little scared of growing old, especially kids, especially young adults. And, well, I'm not even a young adult anymore, but, you know, young adults to early adults, growing older, they have that fear of being like, oh my god, like now I'm the trusted adult. Like what? Like I still feel like I need an adult.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but I think we need to just accept that growing old is gonna happen, and but at the same time, growing old is normal, but you don't have to move at the same pace as other people.
Yo les recomiendo que usen cremas
Por
para
Avon.
las arrugas. De Avon, mi mamá vende.
My mom sells them.
Yo honestamente no me pongo nada en la cara.
Girl, you should.
At least some
You need to
sunscreen.
start.
Nothing. I don't even put anything.
Put her under a black light to see how much sun scarring she has.
I'm pretty
A lot.
sure, yes.
No, sí, aunque sea protector o something.
No, pero es que yo he
aumentarte la
notado
cara.
yo he notado que cuando yo me pongo algo en la cara, I don't know, I have to find yo creo la cosa correcta, porque luego me agarra alergia. Me agarra alergia aquí en esa parte de la cara, and I just rather not like mess with my face. Digo, por algo me empieza a dar comezón, so
I have a new skincare routine, and it's by Avon. So I love my new skincare routine.
maybe I need to try Avon.
It's good, I promise you. Try their new brand called Beyond Glow. It's a combination with Korean skincare, and the Koreans have amazing skin. So
Yeah, that's true.
but yeah, so not to ramble on much longer, I think we've spoken quite a lot about the last year. We've spoken some things about New Year resolutions and how to better yourself as a human being. Please, let's emphasize on kindness this year. But I think that's it for this episode. I think we've talked a lot, some good and bad things. I think we've given some good advice for all generations and all ages. We won't talk about teenagers. Maybe we'll have Matthew as a special guest one day so he can talk to you teenagers out there. And then Mason.
A ver si quieren.
And then Mason for the little toddlers. He's not even a toddler.
Not a toddler.
He's not a toddler.
Yeah, Matthew, no, quién sabe si quiera venir.
We'll have his voiceover por acá.
He's
We'll have him on the
phone.
phone. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching us. We hope to, do pretty well with this podcast in this upcoming new year. I mean, upcoming new year. We're starting up the new.
This girl sigue en el 2024.
Ay, ya
No,
saben.
it made sense what I said. In this upcoming new year, because we're going into the new year.
Y bueno, ya saben que también pueden escucharnos en Amazon Music.
Spotify and Amazon Music, yes.
Y también suscríbanse a nuestro canal de YouTube.
Porfis, if you want to hear us yap all the time. But again, yes, like Yanni said, you can listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music. If you want to listen to us on the go, put your little headphones in, or put it on your car and listen to us on Spotify while you're driving to the mall. It'll be like a little FaceTime call with us.
Yay.
And remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and turn on the notifications to not miss any new uploads. And I guess we'll see you guys. Adios.
Bye. Chaito.